Cover by Morgan. Shoulders down. Lemon.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, and new.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, guys, we here at the Red Carpet Ring. We're here to talk about WWE Raw Elimination Chamber Go Home Show. We'll talk about WWE Raw for February 20, other stuff, cover the show, give my rating, my review. Also, we'll talk about current news. In the bonus round, we'll talk about Elimination Chamber 2025 final predictions. So let's move on. Let's look over the match card before we begin. All right, the match card, this is as follows for Raw. So we got ourselves here. Oh, this is actually a Raw match card. This is last week. Excuse me, that is the Raw match card. It's actually last week. But the match card, we're gonna look over that in 1 second. We get that up for you real quick. Pull up the wrong one. Oh man, bummer. Get that real quick for you guys. All right, this is the actual match card, the real one. My apologies for that. We have women's tag team match in the main event, Bianca and Naomi versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. We're going here for Rhea Ripley, the women's world champion. We got the women's Intercontinental Championship match. Lyra Valkyrie, her first title defense against Dakota Kai. And we hear from CM Punk, Logan Paul, Seth Rollins. Let's get on to the first match of the show. We had a triple threat match. Well, before we do get there, let's actually go to the promo here. Actually, in the open segment, we did have Logan Paul kick off the show. He talked about the Elimination Chamber. You know, running his mouth like he normally do. He got booed. No, he didn't get booed. That's his hometown. He said, he addressed the fans of Ohio of the youth suck. I don't think he got booed that much. It was kind of a read down. Meant to say 5. He said 3 down or something. Should have said 5 because there's 6 men in there. Anyway, CM Punk came up. He showed up in the ring. You know, he talked to him and stuff like that. He wore the CM Punk wore the Chicago Teachers Union shirt, sport for educators in Chicago. And CM Punk said, the names you mentioned, we are legends, we're history makers. And he called Logan Paul barely a flash in the pan. He said, I'll make history and you will be history. And he said, you're not going to be here long enough to figure out who you are, remember who you are. And that's before Logan Paul went ahead and slapped CM Punk. And he slapped him, and that was pretty much the end of that segment. He gave him a nice slap there, and that was it. Logan ran out the ring like a coward, and that was it as far as that goes. But that was the end of that first segment. So CM Punk and Logan Paul, they kicked off Monday Night Raw. Now let's get on to the first match of the night, official first match of the night. This segment was first. We got a triple threat match. We got Penta versus Pete Dunne versus Louis Kaiser. And what I have to say is amazing match. All 3 men worked very well off each other. Kaiser got his in. Penta got his in, flying, getting Kaiser and P Dunne separate times. And also, P Dunne got a little bit in. He used to, fingers move on Kaiser and try to, it got, I think, Penta. Now, the turn point of the match was when Penta, he got P Dunne, but Kaiser snuck in. And he took Penta out and ran through him out. And he pinned P Dunne and he got the win. And P Dunne and Penta were defeated by Kaiser. Kaiser gave Penta his first loss to WWE, and he was not pinned. So this was a good look for Kaiser. Very good look for the man. Very happy that he won that match. And so am I. Good match. Good way to kick off Raw. Next match here, we have the LWO versus the New Day. So this was actually wasn't a bad match. We saw these boys getting dirty with it. You saw LWO doing their thing at one point. Then we also saw New Day do their thing. It was okay. It wasn't the best match on the card. It was not bad. I'm kind of conflicted. It could have been better. It wasn't the worst match, but could have been better. It was all right. But New Day got a win over LWO. Who's Del Toro looked good taking the L. Then we know, of course, later on, New Day attacked LWO. So they really putting this feud of LWO and New Day. That's really how they putting it. So that's how they're doing that. Before we get to the next match, we do, however, have an interview. Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley was interviewed by Jackie Redmond. Now, she interviewed her talking about who's going to win the chamber. Rhea Ripley said, I'm not worried about that at the moment. Ashley said that she's worried about her upcoming match with Iyo Sky next week on Raw. Talked about that, and Iyo came up, talked to Rhea Ripley, and she also said that basically she's ready for it. She said she's going to win the title. She's going to go into WrestleMania. And that was it for those two. It was a very short segment. But let's get on to the next match of the night. All right, next match of the night, third match was, we had Akira Tozawa versus Gunther. Now, before the show started, while everyone was getting ready, Alpha Academy was getting ready, Tozawa and, Otis and Maxine, we saw Gunther walking past him, shook his head. Gunther said, Tozawa, he basically sent a message to Jey Uso ahead of their WrestleMania match. He said he should get a world title opportunity, and Gunther was playing with this boy like a fiddle. He was getting Tozawa work. Now, Tozawa has some good offense there, drop kicks. He's an underdog, but he's wanting to punish him, and he pulled Tozawa off his feet and tapped him out with the submission. Afterwards, Otis came out trying to defend him, and Gunther gave Otis that work too. And then Jey Uso came out, and afterwards, and that was it. Other than that, that was it though. I don't mind Gunther versus Otis, but this was a very, very good match. Very good match. But let's move on to the next part of the show. The next match here, we have a Women's Intercontinental Championship match. Dakota Kai challenges Lyra Valkyria 1-on-1 rematch of the tournament finals. I would say Lyra Valkyria definitely did her thing. She fought it in there. Dakota Kai got some ends, but At the end, it was live Rakira. She defeated Iyo Sky, and she has retained championship in her first title defense. Afterwards, Ivy Now came out, gave that work to people. She had live Valkyria. As Valkyria was celebrating on top rope. And that was it. That's pretty much going to be the next opponent for live Valkyria. Ivy Now will be the one challenging her for her Women's County Championship. So, whenever that match happens, we shall see. Let's get on to the next match of the show. Next match of the show, we had ourselves Braun Breaker versus Dominic Mysterio 1-on-1. First time ever. This match was a handicap match. Everyone tried to get their ends. Judgment Day all jumped Braun Breaker at 7 points in the match. You had Carlito trying to interfere. You had you try to get him interfered. Finn Balor tried to get in there. But Braun Breaker hit that Frankenstein like no other. That was good. But at the end of the day, Judgment Day, since they were already out there, they all tapped Braun Breaker. The match ended in disqualification. Braun Breaker still gave all members of Judgment Day that work. Finn Balor tried to come there with a chair to attack Braun. He backed him off. But it's successfully not the best match-wise. Let's move on to the next part of the show. Got ourselves a segment here. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins have a segment. Cody Rhodes come out, he talks about The Rock, talks about his soul. Before he really does get into it, he dives in before he really gets into that. Because, he's going to respond to Elimination Chamber. But he did discuss interaction. He, before he can really go in, Seth Rollins interrupted him. Seth Rollins warned Cody Rhodes, don't make a decision I made years ago. Joining the dark side, meaning Seth Rollins going with the authority. He became their champion. So, there was something about that. And he said that he told Cody Rhodes, don't make me hate you, Cody Rhodes, like I hate Roman Reigns, like I hate CM Punk. Now, Seth Rollins did make a point saying, I'm not coming for your soul. I'm just coming for your WWE Championship. That was it. And Seth Rollins, you share with Cody Rhodes. Maybe just me. I just don't like Seth Rollins as this character. I really don't like this dude. I really have a strong disdain for this fool. But Seth Rollins last year, when you were the opportunity to choose between your title at the time or Roman Reigns, you told him to go for your title. That's the workman's title. That's the title your dad really never got a chance to hold. You always try to make Cody Rhodes' decision for him. And Cody Rhodes, of course, chose Roman Reigns. That's why he has the title he has now. And now you try to tell him, don't join The Rock. Don't want to take your soul. Don't make me hate you. Like, where do you get off telling people what they can or cannot do? Then gonna tell Cody Rhodes at the end, you're a grown man, do what you want. But you was just talking like he was a child. You always try to tell Cody Rhodes what to do, try to make a decision for him. Like, who do you think you are? You lost your mind? I don't know who you think you are. You don't tell anybody what to do. Come on, man. You keep on coming Cody Rhodes like that. He already beat you 3 times. He may get you at work again because Cody seemed irritated. And that's why Cody checked you saying, you know what, Seth Rollins, they asked for my soul. They wouldn't ask for yours because yours is compromised. Keep it up, Seth Rollins. You're going to get that work.
So whether you like it or not, you about to get that work, son. Go.
Don't run in your mouth, Seth Rollins. Always talking garbage. Always trying to tell somebody what to do. Does it every time. It's just whatever, man. Keep on messing with Cody Rhodes. He ain't gonna be segment. And it definitely seemed like it's something was born between Cody and Seth later on for him to come out, because this had nothing to do with you in the first place. You should have went somewhere else with that. But let's get to the main event of the show, shall we? Main event, women's tag team title match, Bianca versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Very good match. They put it all out there. All the women did their thing. A lot of near falls. Naomi Bianca got some near falls that kicked out. The dominance of Raquel Rodriguez, Lamore putting that work. Very good. This was a banger match. Best match of the night. But eventually, as I predicted, Bianca and Naomi did not have enough gas for Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel Rodriguez saw Naomi top rope. And of course, Dominic interfered. Strength in numbers really do mean something. And looked like Bianca was going to give that work to Dom. And how it went, Rodriguez, she smashed Naomi head to the ring post. The official didn't see it. And Liv Morgan, she tried plenty of times, tried to hit the Oblivion on Naomi. She held the rope. But after Raquel Rodriguez smashed Naomi's head to the post, that allowed Liv Morgan to gain the pinfall victory. And you got yourselves, before you know it, brand new tag team champions. Simple and plain. But definitely a great match.
Cover by Morgan. Shoulders down. Liv and Raquel have done it.
So yes, they have done it. They're your brand new tag team champions. Brand new champions. Not just any brand new tag team champions. Not just any brand new. Like I said, Liv Morgan's no longer competing for the women's world title. And this ended Bianca, Naomi, or Bianca Jade Cargill. It came to the end of 177 days as women's tag team champions. So if you add that up, that's almost 6 months. There's 30 days in each month, 30, 31. So approximately 6 months. So they had a very, very good long run. Very good. I know the team partner with Bianca. Of course, we already know the Jade Cargill story. Not to go into that. I'll talk. Well, than that, though, we do have ourselves brand new, first time ever, 3-time women's tag team champions. And Raquel Rodriguez, Ian Pierce like to say, brand new. So, but very good match, very good way to end out Monday Night Raw. And as you know, the pyro went up, everything. But that's it for Monday Night Raw. Let's go over the show. Let's go over the review. Let's see, how that ended. As far as what am I going to grade it as? We had 2 women's title matches defended. We had the tag team title match, women's tag team title match, which was the main event. We also had the women's Intercontinental Championship match. First time it was defended. So a lot of history. First time the women's Intercontinental Championship being defended. First time we got crowned 3-time. First time ever 3-time women's tag team champions. So, and they closed out the event too, which was great. Very good. Had some very good segments. Cody, Seth, Logan, CM Punk. Very good segments. I gotta say, this was a very solid show. One of the best Raws. I gotta give it 4.5, guys. This was a very good show. I don't have no complaints, not too many complaints with this show. Raw brought it, and it's expected. It is the go home show of the Elimination Chamber. It's a given. Normally them shows should be good, but I hope SmackDown do the same this week. I really hope they do. But it was a very good show. Very good show. You guys let me know what you think. And of course, let's see what people are saying around the community about it. 68% people gave it an A. 22% gave it a B. 5% gave it a C. And also 5% gave it a D or F. But yeah, very good show. Almost an A. I gave it a B+. Very good show. Let's go over to what went wrong with Monday Night Raw. What were the issues there? And let's go over that real quick. See what the issues happened on the show. I will say one of the things I did notice, Logan Paul, when he slapped CM Punk, when they had this little dispute, CM Punk was bleeding. I don't know. I don't think that was a fake, that they really was blood, you know. But other than that though, I think CM Punk, Logan Paul, that's definitely gonna tease a feud later on. I will say that. So we gotta keep that in mind. They're definitely teasing that. Logan Paul and AJ Styles, he had that confrontation with as well. But I'm talking about Logan Paul and CM Punk. But definitely something going on in the future. And I hope you don't have a match with him at WrestleMania. I hope you don't have a match with him at WrestleMania. Hope not. But we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens later on. So, but I will say, him bleeding like that, Logan Paul went a little too far with it, my opinion. Like I said, show was good, but it's a few little small critiques. But other than that, pure show.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
But yeah, that's one thing I did notice on Raw. I did not particularly was a fan of, I should say. So that's one thing I want to just touch on real quick that happened. Other than that, I thought it was very, very solid. So that's one thing. Let's go over the next. We'll say this too. Really didn't need this. Why do we have Braun Breaker versus Dom Mysterio? Really wasn't needed, wasn't necessary in my opinion. I think we needed that match. I think we could have said that for later on. They didn't do nothing. Dom Mysterio's no match for Braun Breaker. It's pretty much, for a talent like him, compared to Braun would tear Dom into two. This is why they cheated. I just didn't like the match though.
No. Words? No. You just made the list.
And speaking of Braun Breaker, I hope they revisit this later on. I'm gonna mention it now. Last week, I hope we do get that Braun Breaker and AJ Styles. They teased the feud last week on Monday Night Raw. I hope they really do revisit this later on in the near future. I really hope it's not a come and gone thing. Triple H sometimes we talk about his book and how good he's doing, but we forget the holes he leaves and how he leaves stuff on cliffhangers. So I just hope they come back to this. And I got a feeling that it's going to be too long before, but he might. He more likely will. There's a chance he may not to.
Words? No. You just made the list. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
All right, so that's the only thing I saw with Raw. Let's go to what went right with the show. What went right with Monday Night Raw? All right, couple things. Kaiser was impressive in that win. Gotta give him that. He's really grown to his character. I want to say, with him winning over Penta and Pete Dunne, there was a good victory for him. It was much needed, much needed. And I'm very impressed with Kaiser and his growth with his character. So this is a plus in my book.
Yeet.
That's good with Kaiser. Let's go over another thing I liked, of course. And I'm stating obvious. I said this. The matches as a whole flowed right. There were a couple matches I didn't care for, but as a whole, the matches flowed definitely in the right direction. So I think that was solid. Very good work from all the competitors. And it's a good way to close out Raw before Elimination Chamber.
Yeet.
Another thing I want to go over Talked about this already. Main event was a great way to close out Monday Night Raw. The women put out great work. Raquel, Liv, Bianca, Naomi. So I'll get in plus in my book on that one.
Yeet.
But up. But other than that, it was a good show. Can't wait to see what the next thing going to be. I don't know how they're going to do that, but I'm pretty sure these two are going to have a run. They're going to have the belts until WrestleMania. I could definitely see that happen. But I definitely see some good opportunities coming along. But other than that, though, this is going to be it's going to be good. It's definitely going to be good. Can't wait to see how this is going to go. But other than that, I think Liv Morgan, I don't know who their next opponent is going to be as far as that goes. I don't know who that would be per se. But I know they'll do something for them. I think I hope it's just Damage Control they defend the belts against. I hope it's some solid people. Solid teams. We don't have many women's tag teams anymore due to the most recent releases in the company, but we're going to have to see what's going to happen next. We'll definitely see what the next move's going to be for the brand new women's tag team champions, but they will definitely head into, we know they definitely head into WrestleMania as the women's tag team champions. We definitely know that for sure. That we can definitely. But other than that, though, I don't really have much other to say about belts. They just did their thing, and just but we'll see what happens next, though. Yeah, we see what happens next. We'll never see what the next move is going to be, but it's going to be a good one. I can find real quick. There's some current news going on in WWE. If you haven't heard already, Carmella, the wife of Corey Graves, former women's champion, she will speak on a podcast this week. She will speak on a WWE contract expired. We went out, and I think they didn't renew her. She's no longer on the WWE contract. She said via Instagram she'll address the news around contract expiration with them. Very good. Sounds like it's going to be some juicy stuff there. If so, guys, I will bring it here or take it to the locker room. It sounds very good there. No lies.
I'm tired of being nice. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
And that is undisputed.
Well, we'll see what else is going on with Carmella. All right. We got to talk about the bonus round, switch gears. We're going to talk about the Elimination Chamber. We're going to talk about final predictions. Let's get into it. And we talked about Elimination Chamber Go Home Show. Now it's time to talk about this one. So we're going to go over each match, each segment, final predictions, no particular order. Let's do this. We'll go over that, who I give my final prediction on. Elimination Chamber, March 1st, this Saturday. All right. We first going to talk about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They have an unsanctioned match. Kevin Owens attacked Sami Zayn after losing the Elimination Chamber qualifying match to CM Punk. He's mad at Sami Sami Zayn was there for him when needed in the Royal Rumble ladder match against Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. KO. This match between these two, that's gonna be a good question. Who wins? I will say when it comes down to it, Sami Zayn I got winning. Mostly for unsanctioned matches in history, they normally have the babyface win because technically unsanctioned match is not in the record books for those who did not know that. If you look it up to 2002 SummerSlam, Shawn Michaels Triple H unsanctioned match, Shawn Michaels the babyface won. 2008 Unforgiven, Shawn Michaels vs. Chris Jericho unsanctioned match. Same match, Chris Jericho won the world title later that night. Shawn Michaels babyface once again. It'd be very weird if they have KO win, unsanctioned match, and one for a babyface match. But that's my take on that. Let's get on to the next match of the show. Predictions. We got a tag team match, Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus, Tiffany Stratton, Trishy and Tiffy time versus Candice LeRae and Nia Jax. This been going for weeks on SmackDown. Anytime Candice LeRae and Nia Jax get their hands on Tiffany and jump her, Trish come and save her, but Nia Jax also gets the Trish Stratus. My prediction for this, I see Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus winning, and that will head into WrestleMania. Give the champion Tiffany Stratton a win and to the biggest show of the year. She prepares for Charlotte Flair. All right, let's get to another part. We got here the women's Elimination Chamber match. Roxanne Perez versus Bayley versus Naomi versus Alexa Bliss versus Liv Morgan versus Bianca Belair. Whoever wins gets to challenge Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. This is a tough one. Like I said before, if I had to narrow it down, came down to Bianca and Bayley. I know that Bianca and Naomi are no longer the women's tag team champions, but somehow I will say that I still got my money on Bayley. If not Bianca Belair, I think Bayley's going to win this one. They already teased her going off, facing Rhea Ripley for a title. Let's get on to other things on the show. And of course, we got to talk about this here. Cody Rhodes has to respond to The Rock. He has to answer to Rock's answer. Will Cody Rhodes be The Rock's corporate champion as he requested? Will he give his soul to The Rock? My guess, Cody Rhodes says no. Rock will attack him or have him attacked by someone else. Cody Rhodes will pay for the consequence later on. And last but not least, we got the men's Elimination Chamber match. We have Damian Priest versus Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk versus John Cena. I would say since CM Punk have come down to those two, I will say at the end of the day, Cena, this is final Elimination Chamber. He has to go. He has to have a big match for a title to get the 17th title. John Cena will win the men's Elimination Chamber, and others will have their matches as follows. Well, other than that, though, guys, that's all I have for the Elimination Chamber. And these are the matches follows the whole match card. You guys let me know what you think. Who do you have winning each match? And who's going to go into WrestleMania to challenge the men's Cody Rhodes WWE Championship and the Rhea's Women's World Championship? Who are the number one contenders for those titles head to WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas? Check out the content here at Great Carpet Rain. Great appreciate it. Till then, guys, you already know what it is. O-U-T.
Something happened this weekend, and I have been struggling with it since I retired, but this weekend gave me closure.
Wow.
It really did. Like, it was fun. Obviously, it was fun. I mean, you can't, doing this for as long as I have and